So this is the Geometry Chapter 5 review test. Okay, the first question says, name the points of concurrency for A, perpendicular bisectors, B, angle bisectors, C, medians, and D, altitudes. By the way, you need to know how to spell these, and it's on the test probably somewhere, isn't it? So, I mean, you don't know how to spell it, go ahead and look it up. You have to know how to spell concurrency, you have to know what that term means. A point where three or more lines intersect is called a concurrent point, correct? Can I get something, some sort of acknowledgement? Okay. All right, so what is this called?
Perpendicular bisector.
Yep. I'll let you look those up. You need to know all four of them, okay? You need to know all four of them. All right, so let's take a look at number 2. In triangle ABC, point X is the centroid. Find the following, okay? It says if XB is 10, find FX, okay? So XB is right here, from here to here. I will do this one. This is not a memorization type thing, so we'll look at this one. If XB is 10, find FX. How do you find FX? I gotta have participation here because if I don't, we won't get through these. So, you think it's 5? You agree with her? Yeah, because the whole thing is how big? If this is from here to here is 10, this has to be 5 because it's 2/3 of the way, right? Okay. All right, now let's take a look at this. I don't know. Do you want me to do that in a different color? The answers, or are you good?
Yeah.
Okay. Take a look at the next one. If XD is 3, find DC. If XD is 3, how big is DC, the whole thing? The whole thing is 9? You sure?
Yes.
All right, so then how big is XC? Just X, okay. All right, so now if XE is 5, that's XE, is 5, this is 5, how far is it AX? 10. Okay, we talked about that, same as this one, right? Okay. All right. Okay, take a look at this picture. It says which angle has the greatest measure? Okay, well, we think 7, right? Notice I didn't say using the triangle inequality. Why didn't I say that? It doesn't say using the triangle inequality. Because you don't really know that 7 is larger than 6. When I don't say it though, we can eyeball 7 and 6, correct? Yeah. Okay. All right, what is the largest side of ADF? What should be done first? Find this angle, and what is that angle? It's 50. So can you tell me what the largest side is? Okay, largest side is AF. Are there any questions on this page? Yep.
Are you gonna do number 1?
That's memorization. You can look that up. Okay. That, and in fact, I used to do it, and then I realized that by me doing it, you're not looking it up. You'll at least remember it by looking it up. You'll see the page that it's on or whatever, and that helps you in memorizing it. So, yeah, memorization things I don't really look up. Okay. All right. So, are we close? Okay, because here's the thing. You can go back and hopefully I get the video on Schoology. And you can go back and look at the video, right, and get the questions, all right? What we want to make sure is that we don't not get through the review. Okay, we're good? All right, here's page 2. and you'll notice that your math teacher did not number right, cause he did 4 again, so I was in class working on this, another class trying to get it done, so. Okay, it says find the value of line segment A, find the value of X if line segment AB is the perpendicular bisector of CD, okay? Now, I didn't say that, I didn't mark it as a perpendicular bisector, but what that means really is this, right? That this is a right angle and that this equals this, is that correct? Okay, so, if we look at this, how would I solve then for X? That's 2X plus 11, yes. Why would you set them equal to each other? Okay, if it's on the, if a point is on the perpendicular bisector, right, of a line segment, then it is equal distance from the two endpoints. You remember that was a theorem. So we would set 3x plus 4 equal to 2x plus 11. And I'll let you solve for that real quick. Okay, you got x equals 7. Now you realize, of course, I could ask for the value, how far is A from the endpoints? You would have to find that, right? I could, no, I'm not gonna say that, but you could do that, right? Okay. All right, so then number 5, given the sides of a triangle are, these two sides are 10, that's side 12, I wanna know what the smallest angle is, and can you tell?
Angle A. What are the angle A and C?
That's right. It would be angle A and C, wouldn't it? Because those are equal according to the isosceles triangle theorem, and they're smaller than the side opposite the side 12, right? So this would be angle A and angle C. Yes?
Are we gonna have to know the theorems?
Not word for word, no. You're gonna have to know what they say and how to use them. I don't blatantly say, hey, this is, you know,
What's theorem?
yeah, yeah. Okay, now would you find X there?
That 22.
Or, yeah, that's a 22. And I not only want you to find X, but I want you to tell me why it is the way it is. Anybody have an idea on how to find it? Go ahead, Dylan.
Okay, 6x plus 2.
6x plus 2,
Or plus a negative 2
okay,
equals 22 or 32.
22.
22.
You want to tell me why that works?
Because they have equal angles, so the sides are equal.
Okay, this is an angle bisector, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so anything on the angle bisector has to be equal distance from the two sides, right? We talked about the perpendicular distance, right? Yes.
So is that the same as number 4, kinda?
It's, yeah, those theorems were in the same section. One was an angle bisector, the other was a perpendicular bisector. And they flow along the same lines. Yep. So what did we get for that then?
I got 4.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait, no?
No,
It's not that.
it would be
What will
22.
it say if it wants you to plug it back in?
It will say, find,
It says find
find the length of that. Okay,
Even if you put 4 back in, it's still 22.
you gotta get 22, I hope. Okay, all right. Okay, let's take a look at the next one, number 7. If GH equals 7 and HI equals 9 and IG equals 10, list the angles from least to greatest. Okay, now, what should you do?
Draw.
Draw it. Okay, so why don't you draw it and list those sides?
What's the 110 What is that? 10.
Yep. Connor, did you come up with anything? What's the first angle? The smallest? I. You agree?
Yeah.
What's the next one? G, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then angle A. Now, one way, I'm gonna tell you this, okay, might as well get all our secrets out. GH is the smallest sides, right? So the angle opposite would be the smallest angle, and the only other point is I. You see that? And then the next one is HI, and so HI is 9, and the one opposite HI is the other letter, which is G.
So
And you could do
instead
that.
of drawing it, you could just find the least and the greatest
Yes.
one, and then you'll know the middle.
But if I was taking a test and my grade was on the line, I would draw it, okay? But let's take a look and see if this works for this. We have here angle A is 40 degrees, angle B is 45 degrees, and angle C is 95 degrees, correct? We want to list the sides from least to greatest, right? Well, the smallest angle is is A. So what do you think the side across from it is?
BC.
BC. Now you can draw and see if that really works. Angle B then would be what?
AC.
AC. And then angle C would be
BC. BA.
AB, wouldn't it? Or BA? And what if you got the two letters switched around?
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter, does it? Okay. All right. There's page 2. And now we're on page 3. Now it says use the exterior angle inequality theorem, and this is the one that I'm going to help you with the angles here because I have a fat marker and I'm trying to save space. So this is angle 9, angle 4, angle 8, angle 5, angle 3, angle 7, angle 6, angle 2, angle 10, and angle 1. So what we're doing is we're trying to find the measures less than the measure. We're doing 9 measures less, angle measures that are less than measure 8, angle 8. All right, so I want all the angles that are less than 8.
Four and 3.
Okay, so according to this one, and remember, we're only using the triangle, right? We're only using that. Okay, now 8 is equal to 6, isn't it? But then 6, is it an exterior angle? It is an exterior angle for 4 and 3 also, right? So that doesn't really help us out. So I think it's just 4 and 3, isn't it? Melcha? Okay. All right, then we have measures greater than 3. So we're here. This is 3. So which ones are greater than 3?
8 and
8 and 9. Is there any more? Greater than 3.
6,
6, why?
because 3 plus 4 equals 6.
All right. And what's greater than 6?
7.
What?
10.
10. So 8, 9, 6, and 10. I got to be honest with you. I have this one in the book, and they forgot 6. But we know that 6 is vertical to 8, don't we? And is also the exterior angle. So if 8 is bigger, then you could use a vertical angle theorem too, right? Okay. Now, the measure's less than angle 10. 10. Well, we know what? 6 and 2, angle 6 and angle 2. Why would you say 7? Okay, I didn't hear any more on 7. Six and 2.
Could it be 8 because isn't 8 congruent to 6?
Yes, right?
Yeah.
And so 10 would have to be bigger than 8.
So it's bigger than 6?
So then it's bigger than what?
4, 3.
4 and 3 also, right? And guess what? Which one they forgot? They forgot 8.
Let's get confusing.
Yes, they do.
If you, like, in the test, if you get, like, 2 when there's 4 listed, do you still get some points?
I think so. I have to look. I don't know for sure on that, but I think so. Okay.
Angle, whatever angle.
No, because you get points taken off for having too many too. Yeah, so, yeah. Nice plan, but that's not gonna work. Okay. All right, so let's do this one. Is it possible to form a triangle with these given sides? 7.2, 3.5, 6.8. Okay, don't just say yes or no. I mean, there's a reason for it. Remember the triangle inequality term? There you go.
Yes, 5 times.
No.
Hey.
It's,
No.
I'm hearing yes and no.
It is 3 plus 2 is 9. Oh, yeah, I remember.
Okay, so I'm getting yes.
Yeah.
Okay, would you do the next one, please?
No.
Why?
Because 5.2 plus 5.2 is less than 13.
All right. 5.2 plus 5.2 is less than 13.6.
Well, you have to explain why.
No, I think it's just a yes or no. But you know how to explain why, you just did it, okay. So, find the range of the third side of a triangle, that's a triangle symbol, if 2 sides are given, so 9 centimeters and 12 centimeters. So what should I write?
21.
21?
No. It's the greater one and greater one, right? Put the side and the greater thing.
Would be 3
Sorry. And then
is less than side, which is less than 21.
There you go. That's the way I want it. Okay? I don't know where you were going with that, but you were going 100 miles an hour, all right. The altitudes of a right triangle intersect in a point that is inside, outside, or on the triangle. The altitudes. The altitudes of a right triangle intersect in a point that is inside, outside, or on the triangle. Yes, dear.
on the triangle.
It is on. And where's it at?
The hypotenuse.
It's
Right, is it on this side? Like this one?
Longest.
Which is the hypotenuse.
I believe it's on, intersecting a point at the right angle, doesn't it? Here, here, and here. And it intersects in the right angle. So it's on the triangle. No, which one does the, you're thinking of the perpendicular bisectors. Okay? Okay? Alright. Page 4 is in the books, or excuse me, page 3 is in the book. Now the one that you guys love so much on quiz, they're back. Now, I only have a couple of them. So it's not like you're going to use each one. Okay, the quiz was actually easier than the test because you used each one. This one you might use one twice, you might use one, not use all of them. So, all right, so it says identify AB as a perpendicular bisector, an angle bisector, an altitude, or a median. Okay, and you have to spell them correctly, and you have to spell the like circumcenter, centroid, all those correctly. Okay, and they're in the directions. So if you don't spell them right, that's not good. Okay, all right. So what is number 16? What is AB in this case?
It's an angle bisector.
It's a median, right? Median.
It's a median.
No.
Right.
it's a median because it goes from a vertex to the middle of the opposite side, and I mark that as a congruent. It's not an angle bisector because I'd have to have these equal, right?
If the angle bisector, doesn't it usually like cut all the way through, like goes past the triangle?
No, it doesn't have to.
An angle
Nope.
bisector would be like
And if it was perpendicular,
the ball.
Well, we'd have to have a right
Would it-
angle.
Would it have right angles if it was a bisector?
An altitude and a perpendicular bisector have to have a right angle symbol. Otherwise, it's neither one, okay? All right, so 17,
Altitude?
this is an altitude. Notice that it is what kind of triangle?
Right.
No,
it's
this is the triangle. This is the triangle here.
Oh. Oh.
It's an,
Altitude.
it's an obtuse triangle, and where is the altitude at? It's outside of the triangle, okay? All right, all right, now we go down here.
Angle bisector.
Now, you do not have to spell angle. You can use the symbol for perpendicular, and you can use the symbol for, angle, okay? All right. There are a lot more questions than this. I just kinda highlighted, all of those. There's quite a few questions on, there's quite a few questions on which angle is the largest and which side is the largest in a triangle with the sides given. There's, I looked at it today and I was like, boy, there's quite a few questions on that. Wish there wasn't, but there is. There's several questions on, that if a point is on the perpendicular bisector, okay, then it is equal distance from the endpoints and the converse of that. And there's several on if a point is on the angle bisector, it's equal distance from the sides of the angle and the converse of that. So there's that. Once again, you do not have to know the theorem. You just have to be able to apply the theorem. Okay? Any other questions that you might have? Yes. You need to look up the 4, and you need to know which ones they are. Yes.
You said we do or don't have to like explain on like the nose? On, like,
The nose of the what? I gotta be careful here.
I'm like,
Whether it is a triangle or not,
yeah.
no. You just have to tell me yes or no. You got a 50-50 shot. Okay, any other questions? Okay, you actually have a lot of time to study, so you might do that.
Check our assignment.